Well, hello everyone. I have made some poor financial decisions this week. I'd like to talk to you about them, and I'd like to talk about diversifying your investments and diversifying your collectibles. It's going to be a fun conversation. I'm looking forward to it. All right, we are almost at 1,000. I'm super stoked for that. You've noticed some things are different. We're going to talk about that. This is going to be good. Before we get into any of that stuff, though, I want to highlight one thing, and that is a skirmish event that Compete Sports is putting on. They're not paying me to do this. I've been having some good conversations with Mitch and with George, and I'm actually going to be helping run the event in the Discord, and then we're going to live stream the final table on the channel. So that is on Saturday the 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll leave a link in my description for the sign up. This is for a skirmish event, so of course Legend Story Studios is going to send out some promo material to random participants. I'm not sure what the prize support is from Compete Sports. I know they are doing some prize support as well. And man, George is a great guy. Mitch from Midtown Merchant and I will be kind of in the Discord server kind of running the event. And then I think they've got people from Compete Sports, I believe, that are running the kind of the tournament side of it. Mitch and I are more the technical side, and then I'll be live streaming. I'm super excited for that. It's going to be fun. It'll be good content. We'll be able to stream like the top level, like the top game of that tournament, and we'll see who wins. So it'll be really cool. So it starts Saturday at 1 p.m. You got to be in the Discord server at 12:30. There's a link in the description if you want to sign up for that. And then there's a second link on the webpage after you pay for the event. There's a second link to kind of enter your deck list and all that stuff. So that's Saturday the 20th at 1 o'clock. I hope to see you in the Discord server. That's Eastern Standard Time. So skirmish events, I'm stoked. I'm going to try to play in some too. I'm not going to play in that one. I really want to try to get the play mat. It's pretty cool. But all right, this video, we're talking about diversifying. So I'm going to share with you some ideas on diversifying, and then I'm also going to share with you, I think, 3 or 4 trades that I've made over the last couple weeks that I think might be interesting to you. So here's what I'm going to say. I like to do this, right? I like to tell you my kind of main point. If you don't want to keep watching the video, you can move on. But then I'll restate it kind of later too. So my main point, I think most people when they talk about investment, when they talk about diversifying, the idea is to talk about risk versus reward, okay? I know, the background's not there. We're going to get to it. The idea is to talk about risk versus reward. But I'm going to add a third dynamic to that I think is really important to me in my life. And that third dynamic is joy. So I really believe that a healthy investment, a healthy diversification of your investment, and I'm talking mostly about collectibles here, but I really believe that a healthy diversification of any investment, there's a third factor, and that is that what does that thing give you in joy in your life? Because if it's all about risk and reward, if it's all about just raw profit, you're going to go at the end of your life and you're going to look at all the stuff you have and all the money you have, and what was it for? You don't take any of this stuff with you, right? Like, here's all my cold foils. These are all my cold foils from Crew that aren't in my safety deposit box. The Shard and the Cheyenne is in there. And when I die, those things don't go with me. I move on to whatever, right? Like whatever you believe, that's not what this is about, but like the stuff stays here. You can't take it with you, whatever's next. And so that's why I really think that if you only focus on the risk and the reward, if you only focus on the money side of things, you're not going to be too happy at the end of this life. And so that's why I say there's a third component called joy. And so let's talk. So I think you have to diversify between those 3 things is what I'm saying. Risk, reward, and joy. So let's talk about 4 trades that I've made that you might think are dumb, but I want to share with you why I made them. So the first, this is my jersey. I've got hockey jerseys in there, right? Like I love hockey. That's just one of my things. And the first big trade I made actually was somebody who reached out to me they won the play mat, right, that I gave away at like 400 subscribers. We got an amazing giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. Get me there. Okay. He messaged me. He's like, hey, I won this play mat, and he sent me his address, and he was in Ottawa, Saskatchewan. I can't spell it. I can't say it. And I was like, hey man, are you close to Moose Jaw? And he was like, yeah, dude, it's like 20 minutes away from me. I was like, dude, when I was like 10 years ago, when I was playing NHL 12 in my college dorm room, I was destroying people and nobody could keep up with me in NHL 12. So I played as the Moose Jaw Warriors. And it was just like a funny thing in my group. Like, they were the worst team in the AHL, or they were the worst team in the game, the WHL. And my friends would play as the All-Stars, the best team in the game, and I would play as the Moose Jaw. I was like, dude, can you get me a Moose Jaw jersey? He was like, oh yeah, I probably can. I was like, I don't really have cash. Can I trade you some? So I trade. Long story short, I traded a cold foil crew, and I think some cash. I think I gave him some cash too to offset it. No, it was a cold foil from Crew, a cold foil rare from Crew, and a bunch of Majestics from Crew too. Not a bunch, like 3 or 4 Majestics. You know, it was like $180, $150 or something like that worth of trade, maybe even more, that I traded for a jersey. Like, nothing's... But this jersey gives me... I texted all my college friends. I was like, dude, look at this jersey. It's amazing, right? Like, it gave me joy. And, you know, the cold foils are cool, but the cold foils, I wasn't playing that set, and I already... You know, I had, like, an extra one. And so... my point is that it gave me joy. Okay, some more trades I had. I also have a huge collection of Magic the Gathering sealed product. That's why this store's open, okay? All 3 of those big boxes in there are Magic the Gathering sealed, and they're all in there. And so I have this huge collection of Magic the Gathering sealed product. Well, then I saw somebody, I'm going to set that up. Well, then I saw somebody who was trading a spring tunic mat, right? Like a Flesh and Blood spring tunic mat, and they were looking for Magic the Gathering sealed product. And so here, let's talk about playmats real quick, because I do want to talk about those. Is this set up right? I want to talk about playmats because I've seen people's offers for Enlightened Strike playmats, and it had me thinking, well, maybe there's some other value in playmats. If, you know, seems like Legend Story Studios isn't going to be reprinting them. I don't know that for true, but I was like, man, like, I would love a spring tunic playmat to use in box opening videos, to hang here on the wall. Like, it's just such a beautiful playmat. So I traded $600 worth of Magic sealed product. I traded 2 Jumpstart boxes, 1 Dominaria box, and 1 Battle Bond box, which are like 2 really good sets. Actually, 3 really good sets that I think have a ton of potential for sealed product. But I really wanted the tunic mat, and I also believe in and I have 1 really good mat, but like I wanted to expand my, so that one wasn't really as much joy. It was kind of risk and reward, because I do think that there is some reward potential in playmats, but I do think it is increased risk in a playmat versus Magic the Gathering sealed product. There's not a whole lot of risk in Magic the Gathering sealed product. A playmat, there is risk. So I wanted it. It would give me some joy, but I also think that the reward is higher. So I balanced that, and I have a lot of sealed product. Not a ton. Like, I'm not Rudy. Like, I have 3 boxes worth, right? 3 cases of boxes worth. But I have a bigger product. I didn't want to give up the cash, is what I'm saying. So joy, risk, or reward. All right, another trade I did. This one is silly, right? Like, this is a silly trade. This is a rainbow foil Heart of Feyendel. I traded a sealed box of Crucible of War plus $50 for that Heart of Feyendel. Now, why would you do this, Louis? Heart of Feyendel, they're going to keep printing it. You've said it in your videos. I've said it in my videos. I believe that they are going to consistently be printing unlimited WTR. I don't believe that unlimited WTR is an investable product. But I needed a Heart of Feyendel to finish my collection. And that finishing that collection, to me, was worth more than another box of Crucible War. I've got a couple boxes of Crucible War sealed. I've already got my position that I wanted in that. I had another box, and so I decided to trade it. And because it gives me joy, because it is a risk, it's an increased risk, but the reward is joy. Like, I can't just look at the financial reward. I also have to look at the joy reward. And then also for me personally, I want to start opening boxes for patrons. Like, all the boxes that I've been getting, I don't want to use them for myself anymore. I want to open up boxes for patrons. And so that allows me personally to do something different on the channel, because I don't have to use the boxes to pull my heart. I can just buy the heart. So that's kind of where that trade was. I don't believe it was a wise trade. In 5 years, I think the sealed box of Crucible is going to be worth more than the rainbow foil Heart of Feyendel. But for me, I already have a position. I wanted to finish that out. All right, the last trade I did. Oh, 2 other things. I bought a foil Enlightened Strike on eBay for $115. Again, I needed to finish my WR collection. 115 bucks, I don't know. I don't know what the future is with this card. It's definitely more risk. Okay, but then the last one. So this is a better one. This one worked in my favor. I have a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards, just like old Commander cards, stuff that hasn't sold on TCG Player in a while. And I was able to trade $110 worth of Magic the Gathering rares, like 4 or 5 cards, for a cold foil that I traded. It was the same cold foil. I think it was a Reaping Blade. I think it was the same one that I traded then back. I just traded this. And I recouped my cold foil Reaping Blade by trading some Magic cards that I haven't sent out yet. By trading some Magic cards to kind of redo and restock my position. Because I don't believe Magic cards are going anywhere. You know how many times that's going to be printed? They reprinted VIP. I don't believe in the product. So that was a beneficial trade. So I wanted to share some things with you that I've been doing this was just this last week that I did all these trades. I've been busy. And I wanted to share with you the idea of joy, because I think we rob ourselves from that sometimes with the idea of raw profit, with raw reward, with decreasing our risk. You know, like this jersey, it's not going up. Okay, I don't believe that it's going up. But when I put on this jersey, I laugh and I smile. When I put on this jersey, it makes me happy. It gives me something to laugh about. If I'm having a down day, I can just laugh and think about the times in college, and I can shoot my friends a text and reconnect with them. And that's worth more to me than a potential like $200 gain over 5 years on a cold foil Reaping Blade. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's my process, my thinking. Those were my trades that I've done this week, because I think it's really, really important that you understand that there is risk and there is reward anytime you trade or buy something, but there's also joy. There's also happiness, right? And the goal of this life is not to be happy. The goal of this life is to leave something good in this world. The goal of this life is to create relationships. The goal of this life is to impact the world positively. But another fun joy of this life, another goal of your life should be to have joy, not just to make money. So add that into your category. Joy, risk, and reward. Not just 2 of them, all 3. Hey, be kind to the people around you. Don't forget that. And hey, sign up for that event. It's going to be sweet. Hang out in the Discord server. It's not going to be in my Discord server. It's going to be in Compete Sports Discord server. And it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Make sure you watch the live stream of it at the end. It's going to be cool.